What was that dance move in the mid-2000s? You know, meet me in the club. It's going down. You know, the motorcycle. Well, you know what? Today, guys, we're going to build a motorcycle on the channel for, I think, the second time. Welcome to Bricks and Toys. How are you guys doing today? I am exceptionally excited because we are going down the road of motorcycles. Personally, I'm not a huge motorcycle guy. I love things with four wheels, but nonetheless, I have an attraction for things with engines, and motorcycles is another thing that has an engine. Sometimes going down the road, I see a motorcycle, I'm like, man, that thing looks sweet. But then that's usually drowned out by the exhaust of it going, rah. And me being on the spectrum, let's just say I'm kind of like Brick and Anchorman, loud noises, because I cannot stand loud noises. But I do like the look of motorcycles. So due to the fact that I buy Lego almost every single month, and I do new Lego sets, when it came down for my birthday, I had a little bit of a list of sets that I was kind of like saving off to the side, and this was one of those sets. And so my investor, she did get this for me for my birthday, and it's been in the backlog for 4 months. Can you guys believe that? I've just had so much, really cool things going on. I thought I was going to get it done in February for you guys, but February filled up. March obviously filled up, and now here we are at the end of April, and we're finally getting to it. But overall, I'm really excited. Let's go over and let's just start talking about the set and what we can find out about it. It is a 18 and older set. Set number is 42159. It does come in at 1,478 pieces. We can see from the box that it is a 1/5 scale. So I don't know if that's like the measurement for motorcycles versus cars. I know we just did the W14, that was a 1/8 scale. So maybe 1/5 is how they do the bikes. I don't know. You guys can tell me. This set does retail for $240 US. It did come out in August 2023. This is one of these sets that when I was doing my August list that I was like, I really, really want that set, but something tells me I need to save it for when I need to buy a Lego set or when I'm asked what do I want for Christmas or my birthday. And that's how this got here, as I said prior. Looking at the box, well, you know what? It looks stunning. I mean, it's just amazing. Maybe it's the blue. Maybe it's the blue and the black with a little bit of gold. I'm going to say it's that. But I just love the aesthetic of this motorcycle. I am a sucker for black and blue colors put together with a pinch of something bright. In this case, the gold, it just is what it is. Continuing to look at the box, we have something that says AR Technic. Not quite sure what that is. It's probably something to do with your cell phone. We have Yamaha licensed product down here. And then here we have Yamaha again with the MT-10 SP, which is the model of motorcycle that this is. Now, I don't know much about the Yamaha MT-10 SP as I bought this because it just looks really freaking cool. And also because I want to venture away from doing Technic sets with 4 wheels and try a Technic set with 2 wheels. We did a Creator Expert 2-wheel motorcycle, the Fat Boy, around Christmas time. That was okay, not the greatest, but I have much higher hopes for this one. Now let's flip the box to the side. Here we got a front look of the motorcycle. Looks pretty freaking cool. I do see some barrel elements to make those front headlights. Something worth noting. Over here, we have a 1-to-1 of what looks to be one of the brakes. We have a little bit of an upper side profile of the bike. Looks like we had some legal eagles right down here. Here we have more about that AR. Let's take a look at this actually and try to figure it out a little bit. AR Technic, Lego Technic AR, check for compatibility, scan QR code, download, scan model, open in AR. So it pretty much is just bringing the thing to life out of your phone. Doesn't IKEA do something like that? So you can see what furniture looks like before you buy it in your home? Okay, maybe this is what they had to do to make this contract with Yamaha to make this motorcycle. Yamaha wants to find a way to market it, and so they're like, hey, Technic, you can make a set with it, but make people blow it up out of their phones so they can see if they want it in real life. I don't freaking know. I'm spitballing here, everybody. Going to the bottom of the box, we have more legal eagles here and some of that nice blue coloring of the adult packaging. Looking at the set, we have dimensions. Okay, well, let's see what these dimensions are. We're looking at about 9.5 inches tall. I think that's about as tall as the Vespa. And we are looking at about 17.5 inches long. So it's actually going to be, this is going to be an actual build, everybody. This is going to be kind of exciting. Here we have the look of the bike. I just noticed that it looks like the chain is in that pearlescent gold color as well. That's going to look really nice. Here we have the actual bike, which, I mean, that bike looks mean. I wonder what the specs are on that. Horsepower doesn't mean much in motorcycles because you have a power to weight ratio that's just pure insanity. So even if that bike's like what would be normal, 180 horsepower? Hell, I don't know a damn thing about motorcycles. You guys can't tell, right? And if that thing's 180 horsepower between your legs, oh boy, that's what they call a crotch rocket, everybody. So we have more of a look at the actual bike down here. Here we have a back shot of the bike. I see some cool component usage right here of Technic to make the exhaust. See a little bit of a license plate bracket. Then we get a look at those beautiful blue wheels. This bike just looks really freaking sick, and I'm just so curious to how Technic will put a bike together. Will it have a moving engine? Will it have moving this? I mean, what will they do? In cars, they do transmissions, they do transfer cases, they do engines, they make a lot of things move, and who knows where this is going to go. So why don't you guys come on in and let's open up this box together and see what we have in terms of the build. Okay, here we are at the unboxing ceremony. I got my cutty. We're going to go 1 piece of tape, 2 pieces of tape. Ain't this going to be great? Okay, shut up by now. And now you guys are getting the first look at the goodies in the box. And it's kind of loosely packed in here. I got an envelope. Let's go ahead, let's do a pour. There we go. I honestly thought that'd be more eventful. Is that it? Nope, we got another tire. I almost said a car tire. With the box tossed aside, we can now take a look at all of what we have. This does not look like a whole bunch, people, so I'm going to say 7 bags total. We do have 2 really big tires. I mean, this is huge. Like, look at my bracelet. But, but we do obviously have a front and a rear tire. You know, the rear is going to be wider for more traction. That's one thing cool to note. Here we have a loose bag of parts. Here we got those beautiful blue wheels. Oh my lord, those are beautiful. What I do notice is the wheels look to be the same width. Are they the same width? Yeah, the wheels are the same width, but the tires are 2 different widths. So that means, yeah, you can see in here that it is beveled in to be more narrow. So yeah, you can definitely see that. Then we do have our shock absorbers, which actually are spring actuated. And then we have a bunch of little pearl silver, wire components. Okay, so there's that. That's all bags. We got book. So now let's go that off to the side. And now let's go into it. I said 7. Let's see if I'm right. So I found a bag 1 with a smaller bag 1 sitting here right next to it. I see a bag 2, bag 1 again, bag 3, bag 4, smaller bag 4, smaller bag 3, see bag 5. We have a smaller bag number 2. And then we have a bag number 6. So I said 7 bags. Here we are looking at 6. But mind you guys, we have 3 different bags for 1, 2 for 2, 2 for 3, 2 for 4, 2 for 5, and 1 for 6. Now let's take a look at our book. We got 1 piece of tape again, 2 pieces of tape again. And now let's do a book pour. I'm expecting stickers. Yes, right there they are. Take a peek. Are we all empty? Yeet. We're out of here. So now we're looking at our sticker sheet, and we do have some relatively large stickers. It kind of does put that 1/5 in the scale if the tires don't already. But we got 14 stickers. I don't see any doubles. 1, 2, yep, this looks pretty straightforward. This looks to be the part of the stand to tell you it's a Yamaha. I love their surround sounds. We'll see if I love their motorcycles. Here we have a really good book. It's got some good heft to it. QR code for our 20 points. Back in the back, we have the bike, the parts, and we are looking at 485 building steps and 307 pages to make this. Looks like we finish off with a kickstand, maybe. Yep, that's what that looks like. Going to the beginning of the book, let's see if we have any ceremony, if it just goes in raw. And yeah, so we do have some of the designer. We have some stuff about the Yamaha motorcycle. We have more stuff. It says how to use that AR function to basically make the thing come alive on your desk. We have stuff about the actual motorcycle. And then we have it kind of broken down into pieces right there, which is pretty cool. And then we go straight into the build. Here we have it side by side, which is really sick. And then, oh, actually, it breaks it down because we're still in 2023. So we have 1, it kind of builds the lower part. 2 kind of builds like an engine with a chain. 3 builds like the radiator around the engine. 4 is like everything combined with the back and the seat. 5 is the front with the gas tank, and 6 is some finishing touches. It also tells us all the page numbers all the way down. So that does it for the box review and the unboxing. Now we know what we're looking at. I'm going to take actually quite a few days to piece this one together, enjoy it. I've been trying to make a habit out of enjoying my Lego sets again, so thus I'm filming things a little bit earlier and taking a little bit more casual time to build them. And that's what I want to do with this set, especially since it was for my birthday. So I'm going to take those few days time, and you guys are going to see the review right now. Okay, well, let's go in and let's review the MT-10 SP. Now, for some reason, the bike on the box looks like the blue's a little bit more metallic-y, but here it's kind of more of a pale blue. But you know what? That's just only the first detail I noticed. I really do like how the blue accentuates the black of the bike. So the way that this bike is made is we have a general frame, which comes down to here, down here. We have a stand that says Yamaha, Rev Your Heart, sticker element. And then we have a gearbox and engine. So gearbox, engine up here, along with a radiator in the front. Now, what's really unique about this whole setup is if you guys can peek down into the middle of the bike there, you guys can see gears and all types of stuff. And if I move the back wheel, right now I got the bike in neutral. And there's really not a good way to see the motor that's hiding in back behind there. But if you could, you would see the pistons and see that the bike is in neutral. But if you go down, kick it once, I just put the bike in first gear. But then you got to go back up, back to neutral, then goes to second gear, to third gear. So that's pretty unique, and it doesn't do anything beyond that. I'm going to keep it in neutral so it's not stuck in gear. So that's the gearbox and engine functions. A whole bunch of Technic elements blocking all of that detailing, which is kind of a bummer. We have some dark gray here. We have some light gray up here. Black stickers here, 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 and also up here and here and there. The seat's made out of multiple Technic components. Some interesting part usage. Looks like we got some pegs for your legs back here. The tail light and the plate that says Yamaha. I like that pearlescent gold chain that comes through. That looks really nice. I did position my tires and wheels correctly because you got to make sure you get the angle of the wheel correct with the tire. I did have to redo the front tire when I was building it, but you know what? It is what it is. Sometimes I build things ahead and read the instructions and go, it's not supposed to go like that. Looks like we have a 2-brake setup on the front wheel of this bike. I guess it needs some heavy stopping power, so we have 2 brake rotors and 2 brake calipers with some brake lines coming over here. Then over here we do have the headlights with 2 sticker elements making the headlight fenders. Then there you can see the other brakes. The steering is functional, which is really cool. Kind of makes the clicking sound because this gets stuck on that. Maybe that's just a simple adjustment issue. Yeah, see? Ta-da. Coming up to the top here, we can see our mirrors, handlebars, and our gauge cluster. The handlebars are made out of multiple Technic components, which is kind of unique of how they all go in together. Then we get our other 2 sticker elements of our top of our fuel tank, which is what I believe that is. Coming down on this side, we have stickers here, here, here. We don't have any sticker over here, but as you can see, we do have a massive exhaust pipe, which is pretty cool. I'm not quite sure what this little wheel thing does, but it's there. I feel like the Technic kind of makes it look a little cluttered. I don't know. It's interesting, but there is so much technique on this bike.
Here we have the back rotor and caliper for the braking system. Now the bike does, let's push it back, does come off its stand, so you can grab it, take it off the stand. There's a look at the stand without the bike on it. And then we can put the bike down. We do have full working rear suspension from that one spring in the back. Coming over here, we do have these springs here, allowing that front push. One of the last few features to note is it does have a kickstand, and yes, you can set it up on the kickstand without the stand in place, so it will hold itself up without the stand. I just would not trust that. Overall, it's pretty cool. Now let's come out and let's wrap up this build. Let's wrap up this video on the Yamaha MT-10 SP. Is it worth $230? Yeah, I really do think so. There is so many intricate components in this set, and the way that they really force everything together and to fit together is just incredible. And when you look at this set, like I said, when you turn it around onto this side, it's so obvious how much they compact it to make that gearbox work with an engine, and it's just, this thing is incredibly detailed. A long time ago, I built the Harley-Davidson's Fat Boy, which is a Lego set, creator expert, and I said maybe they should leave the motorcycles to Technic. And now I finally built this, and I have that to compare, and I can tell you guys, yeah, motorcycles should be in Technic only, not in Lego. This, I would not know how to even go about this in a Lego Icons form. There's really not too much to say about it. It's an excellent display piece. It is just, it's really cool with the blacks, the blues, the dark grays, the light grays. With the sticker elements, there's not too many to distract your eye away from the details of the build. It has working suspension, working gearbox, working engine. It's just a really cool build. I did want to backtrack a little bit from the beginning of this video to where I said I would guess a bike like this would have about 180 horsepower. I actually overshot that by about 35, 45. It actually has 135 horsepower equivalent. It's got something like a 998cc engine, something within that range. And in case you guys are wondering, which kind of surprised me, is how much does a bike like this actually cost? If I was to go to Yamaha and order an MT-10 SP, how much money would I be looking for? Well, to my surprise, only about the cost of a Toyota Corolla 20 years ago. So only about $18,000, which, you know, $18,000 is a lot for something with two wheels and it doesn't have a full out interior like a vehicle. I think $18,000 to go really, really fast with a 135 horsepower motor, I think that's pretty decent. Well, that concludes my video. If you guys want to support the channel, there's two ways to do so. You guys can hit the thanks button down below, and with that, you can leave a little donation to fund Lego sets like this and fund the Lego hobby around me. If that's not necessarily your thing, you can always just hit the subscribe button and follow along with everything that we're doing here. As usual, if you guys want to, share this video with your friends and comment your thoughts down below. What do you think about the MT-10 SP? Up next on the channel, we are doing my other birthday build that I need to get done, and that is going to be of the Lego The Office set. So I'm super excited to go and build that set and relive all those fun Office memories. The Office is one of my favorite TV shows. So if you guys want to see that build, be sure to check it out. And on that one, thank you for watching, and you all have an excellent rest of your day.